Hi! Hello everyone, I'm Yuki, your friendly neighborhood artist that loves to talk about art and games sometimes. Last time, I talked about how to get verified on Vgen. You can find the link for that video in the description. But today we're gonna focus on how to set up a Vgen service. This is mainly because some of my friends asked me for tips to set up their accounts, so I thought I might as well make a video about it. Please like this video and subscribe, because that'll really help me to keep going on YouTube. So let's get into it. When you open a new service, this is what pops up. You choose the category. I would choose illustrations, chibi illustrations, because let's just say that my service is about chibi illustrations. So if it's human, anthro, whatever you can draw in that service, you select all those tags, robot, mecha, blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't really do robot and mecha, so I won't be selecting this part. It's static, animation ready, or animated. Now, animation ready means that you've drawn everything in different layers, for example, live 2D models, and animated means, well, animated, like videos. And static is static, so let's just say that my stuff is static, okay? And then we go to this section. Now, this speaks for itself. There's headshot, half body, full body. Let's just say that my illustration is only about headshot, half body, or only about full body. Let's just say that I'm gonna draw a full body only. If you're gonna draw all three of them, you can obviously select all of them. And then the background. Simple, complex, none. For me, it will be simple, probably. Not exactly something complicated. Okay? So, and then we have the art style. Whatever your art style is, you can select this from here. This would be, let's just say that my art style is anime and manga style. And then there's the technique. Painted, rendered, graphics, whatever you think that your art style is about, you can select these. If it's a sketch, you can select these, doodles, line list. Let's just say that mine is painted and rendered, okay? Save. This is the selection category that I selected. And then there's the service type. So we select the service. This is the custom service. This service would be custom, not YCH. YCH means that you've already made an illustration template, and it means your character here. So people come to you and then they give you their characters, and then you draw their characters in the template that you've already made, okay? So for now, let's just say that my service is custom with open communication. Surprise me means surprise me, okay? They're just gonna give you their character and then you make everything by yourself. They don't really get to tell you any details. And then let's just say with surprise me goes instant orders sometimes. So like people also call it skeb, by the way. For now, let's just say that it is custom proposal. You add slots from here. Let's say that I have 3 slots open. The service is a draft for now. We can make it like we can open it later when we're done with all the settings, right? Sensitive content warning. Now be careful with this one. If your illustration type or art style or like whatever your service is about includes any of these, make sure you select these, because it'll show your service to people who like to order these. Even if your content is like hidden by the blurry effect thingy, you will actually get views, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. Like even if it's censored, people will see your service, but only the people who like to order this and not everybody, okay? So let's just move on to the next section. For the details section, I'll be using one of my own services. For example, the name of my service is Chibi Watercolor Full Body Art, okay? This is my service where I provide this kind of artwork. I've put in the sample section. This kind of artwork with a base price of £10. Base price is £10 for one character. Okay, these are the samples and all of the commissions that I got. In the description menu, I've written that I'm drawing full body chibi. If you're gonna draw like headshot and and half body, you can also add those here. And then there's detail section where I tell them which type of files I'll be providing. And then there's add-ons if they want more characters to be added. For example, someone wanted me to add 2 characters in their illustration and a deer. Someone wanted me to add deer and someone wanted me to add their cat with them. So all of these were considered as 2 characters, not 1. Okay, so in the add-ons section I have, if you want another character you can add them. Okay, more characters would be in add-on means that it would be something that would have extra charges. And for the important part, I have like made one phrase. It says, please provide me with a clear full reference of your characters. I thought this was important so that nobody forgets it. And my service is on a discount right now, so because I just got verified last month, the discount lasts up until 4th of July, but you can add more discount sections. Now let's go to the workflow. There's a standard workflow. You can use that. I'm using my own artwork workflow. You don't really need to use this one. You can just select the standard workflow and it'll work for you. Right? Okay, so then we move on to the request form. This is one of the most important parts of this whole service setup. This is where the client chooses everything they want from you. We have simple watercolor chibi. This full name is just for you to remember. I have set up a request form for most of my services to remember whatever I've added in them. The first part says, how will you be using this commission? Now this is a question you're asking from your client, okay? So you ask them how they will be using their commission. Personal use is always allowed because that is what the base price is about. But for the commercial content, it's for people like VTubers and stuff who are getting like paid for their stuff, so they can use it commercially. And then there's commercial merchandising, as in prints and reselling stuff. And like them, they can select whatever option they want. You can also use like make it 0 if you want, or increase or decrease the prices. But I've set them like this for this particular service. Right? And then we move on to this section. Additional details, pose, background. Now, how did I make this section to begin with? There's plus here. Whichever one you want to select, you press on this plus button. You can select short text, long text, choices, dates, uploads, quantity, right? So this section is basically a long text section, right? So it says additional details and pose and background. When the client writes, they can add a whole long text in it and whatever, okay? We move on to the next section. It says references and files, right? So this must have been the upload section. If we, for example, we make an upload section. This would say references and files. Yeah. And then we have 2 sections that say references and file. We don't need one, so we delete it. Okay. For references and files, you will actually have this already within the service section, so you don't need to make it separately, but just in case you accidentally end up deleting one of these. So, yeah. These are one of the most important, these are 2 of the most important things. For example, like look at that. The client has to send you their references, right? They have to send it to you at all costs. You want it to be included inside when they send you the proposal. So you'll make it required. If you don't make it required, they might forget. So you gotta make it required, okay? And then in the additional details and menu, I also make it required. So if if they don't want any additional details, they can just add that they don't want anything. Okay. Let's go to this third option. They question, would you like a background? Now, if they want a background for this particular service, I've added a free background. You don't need to do that. You can add prices to if your background isn't free, you can just add a price to it, right? Like that. Press this and then add a price, and nope. So would you like a background? Yes, for me it is free, and nope if they don't want any. And I've also made it required, because if they don't want a background, they tell me, and if they do want a background, they also tell me. And if they had any details related to the background, they would have added it into the additional details section. Okay, so this question is about how many characters would you like? Now, if make sure that it is 0. If you have selected the quantity section, this is from the quantity section, make sure it is 0, because this part would be added to additional characters, not the base price. Okay, so would you like to add any character? If they want to add, like if they want 2 characters in my illustration, my base price is already £10 for 1 character. If they want 2 characters in my artwork, they will add 1. Okay, they will add an additional with a plus sign. So when they add 1 character, it will cost them £10 extra. Okay, 1 extra character, not exactly the 1 character you'll already be drawing. Okay, so keep it at 0. And since I wanted to like tell them that if they add 1 more character, how much it will be costing them, I put the price for that additional character as £10. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like in the end. We move on to the next section, which is, for me, I've set it up like this so that I can understand which platforms are sending me clients. Vgen, most of the clients come from Vgen and Twitter, so they select any of these. And then we save this form. This is so important. If you don't save this, then it just loses all the effort you've done. Okay, so please make sure that you press the save button after you're done with everything here. That includes the save button here as well. Save this as well, right? Save this. Don't forget to save this, and then you don't forget to save these. These are 2 different save buttons, okay? And then there's terms of services. There's plenty of stuff I've added in my TOS. You can like reduce it, whatever, just add, look at other people's TOS, or go to the Google and look up what you need to like put in your TOS. Make sure that it is detailed. I've added payments and turnout and refund policies and queue availabilities and stuff, etc. Whatever suits you. Terms of services, and you save the policy as well. And finally, you publish it. And that is it. Now let's see what the clients see when they open your profile. This is when they are about to commission you, okay? This is what they see. These are the terms of services. Okay, you put your terms of services here. They accept all the terms of services, and then it gives them this request form. How will you be using this commission? You ask them, and you told them if they want to select commercial content, they'll need to like pay this much extra, and if they want commercial merchandising, they must pay this much extra. Okay, for now, let's just say that I am a client and I'm ordering from this person, Yuki Loves Drawing, and then I am like I only want personal use content, and then I'll add my details, because if I don't add them, look at this little star thingy. It tells me that I have to add these no matter what. So even if I don't have any details, I'll just mention that I don't have any details. References and files. I upload files, okay, like whatever I want to order. Let's just say that I want them to draw Varka and a horse in chibi style. I did that illustration a few days ago. So we'll add this. I added my file. This is how I added my file, okay? And then, would you like a background? Now Yuki is asking me if I would like a background. I said, yes. Since it's free, why not? Do you have a deadline? Not really. So we're not gonna select this one. I don't have a deadline. If I had, I would have selected one. Okay. Would you like to add another character? Now, let's, because my reference images say that it's Varka and a horse, I could write that in additional details as well. I want Varka and horse baby. Okay, whatever, the details can be figured out, whatever they want to order, right? So they said the client is telling you that they want Varka and a horse chibi version because you asked them. So they don't have a deadline. Since there's 2 characters in whatever I'm ordering, I will select one more, right? Which selects £10 extra. How did you find me? Yuki Loves Drawing asked me how I found them. Let's say that I found them on Twitter or YouTube and Vgen. Okay. I selected that. Now this gives me a quick review of what I'm ordering. It says the base price was £10 as Yuki had set up, right? And I want 2 characters. So because I want one more character inside the illustration, I selected one more character, which was £10. This is how it's showing me £10, right? Because Yuki has 15% off, this is the sale I get. And this would be my subtotal. This would be what the clients see when they order. I understand that submitting this request, blah blah blah, okay? And then they submit their request. And that is how it works, okay? I cannot order stuff from myself, obviously, so you cannot commission yourself. But this was just an example, right? This is it for now. I'm not exactly really good at explaining stuff, so if you don't understand something, feel free to comment on this video and I will try my best to explain that in the comment section. And if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe so that I can keep making content like this and maybe help you in the future as well. For now, I'll be taking my leave. May you find your favorite people and candies in your dreams. Bye bye.